Welcome to Northwest Aerospace News Live. I am Jennifer Ferrero, a writer for the magazine and your host. Thank you to our sponsor, Humbay. Today's episode, we talk with Mike Lyon of FUCHS Lubricants. They provide worldwide solutions for manufacturers. Let's welcome today's guest, Mike. Welcome.
Hey, Jennifer. Thanks for having me today.
You bet. Well, let's start with a big picture perspective. The company is worldwide and works across many industries. Can you share some insight into the industries served and some solutions?
Yeah, Jennifer. So FUCHS Lubricants, we've actually been around for 90 years. Started back in 1931. We have 58 companies worldwide. We employ 5,700 employees. We have about 10,000 different products, and the different industries that we serve, we have automotive lubricants, industrial, lubricating greases. We're in metal processing, obviously, and that's what kind of drives our aerospace offering. We have a lot of different specialty lubricants. We're into food grade lubricants. If you pick up a can of a beverage here in the Pacific Northwest or anywhere really across the country, FUCHS Lubricants is involved in the process of filling that can up. We're into wind power generation. We provide solutions for the wind industry, cement manufacturing when they're basically pulverizing the limestone, packaging, forestry and agriculture, mining, forging. We have solutions all over in vast different arrays of industries, and we like to say that we're moving your world.
What is your background and how did you develop a specialty in this industry?
So for me, I've been in this industry since 2013. Prior to that, out of high school, I spent a little bit of time in the military. I owned my own company at the age of 35, and that was in the home and remodeling space. In 2013, I was actually recruited by a friend, and we moved to California, and I worked for a distributor down there, supplying lubricants into the folks that are growing our food. And I learned a lot down there about lubrication practices. Really enjoyed my time down there. But at the end of my time down there, it was, what brought me back to the Pacific Northwest was family. Started having grandkids and wanted to get back up here. And FUCHS Lubricants, they had come in as one of our suppliers at the distributor down there in California, and I accepted a position here and been up here since 2017. And at the core of my personality is I like helping people, and so this is a natural fit for me to get in there and really help folks solve their issues, and it allows me to be creative and help folks out. So been doing this for a while now.
Well, for those in the aerospace industry, are your products universal, and where do you see the products in a typical aerospace facility?
So every company that manufactures lubricants have their own way of going about things. And, at the end of the day, there's hundreds, if not thousands of different ways to accomplish it. It's all driven by the OEM and the specifications that they're looking for in their processes. In the aerospace industry, our offering is around the processing of the metal itself. What makes us unique is that we have the products that cover the whole shop. So not only do we provide the coolants that are there for the shop to basically cool the tools, remove the chips, things like that, the big part of the shop, but we also provide all the maintenance fluids. So we have the spindle oils, we have the hydraulics, we have the way lubes, everything else that would go into the shop. It can be 100% FUCHS. We know our formulas work together. We can come in, we can help a shop, and we can help an aerospace shop really optimize their performance.
Well, can you share a story about a customer's problem and how it was solved with your products?
Yeah, so one of my bigger projects this last year has been working with a company that they're actually making titanium tubing for the aerospace industry. Their processes are pretty unique and proprietary, so I'm not going to get into specifics about it, but they had been using the same exact product since 1971. So that happens to be the year that I was born. So they've been using the product for over 50 years. And the supplier that they've been using all that time changed something in their formulation, probably somewhat related to the supply chain issue that we've all experienced. A raw material became unavailable. They had to change something in their formulation, and it shut them down for over a week and created a lot of frustration and whatnot within their organization. We went in there and we asked a lot of questions. We came in with our product development team. We looked at their processes. When we thought that we'd asked enough questions, we even asked more, and we validated their processes. They actually came back to Chicago, where we manufacture, one of our manufacturing sites here in North America, and they stood over the kettle that makes this particular product. And we asked even more questions and reassured them of our processes under our certifications to ensure that we wouldn't do this to them again. And then since winning that part of the business with them and solving their issues and getting them back on track, we've taken a step further and we're diving into their other areas of their operation. So we've looked at their greases that they use, and we optimize their performance there so that it actually complements our product. We're working with them now on their cleaning processes and how we can better improve that for them. So we like to say that we partner with our customers and provide, solutions across their whole organization.
Great. Well, it sounds like really hearing what the customer needs is a secret to your success. So that's great. Well, this is a big company. How is it solving sustainability concerns?
Sustainability obviously is something that's a very big topic for everybody over the last decade or more. But here at FUCHS, sustainability is a core element of our sound corporate management. It involves both economic, ecological, and social aspects. Here at FUCHS, one thing that we talk about is that poor quality oil doesn't lubricate properly, no matter how much of it you use. Skimping on quality of oil can lead to 10 times the cost of repairs. Cheap oil can often be the most expensive oil that you purchase. It can cause you problems, it can cause issues. So from an economical standpoint, we provide solutions that are effective. Our stance on sustainability revolves around personnel, equipment, and tooling, as well as the product itself. In the personnel side of it has to do with the working environment itself, providing solutions that create a working environment that's acceptable, that people want to work in. We provide training. We help with regulatory, safety aspects, quality. All these things are going to help improve your employee retention. Maintenance and productivity are obviously things that we're very much involved in a shop to ensure that those aspects of their business are allowing them to be profitable. Downtime is a big issue in shops. Energy consumption, environmental, things like that are things that we can impact from an economic standpoint. Quality, scrap rates. When folks are making parts, if the lubricants aren't working, they're scrapping metal because something failed. That can have an economic impact for sure. Productivity, raw material issues, things like that. Those are all things that we work with our customers to ensure that we're overcoming for them. We like to minimize the waste. We like to, we're actually carbon neutral as far as our company goes. And we attained that in, I believe it was 2020 is when we became a carbon neutral company. From a ecological and a social standpoint, there's a big push in the industry to eliminate things that are bad for the environment, and we're working to develop products in the next generation that are free of these chemicals that are considered globally to be on a restricted list. So we're eliminating those. Our products meet our global products meet the requirements of the top 19 industrial countries out there. And so we're designing around products that are safer for the environment altogether. We actually recently went through a project where we looked at all of our products that had dyes in them. So dyes are in products to identify the product itself. They provide no benefit to the product from a lubrication standpoint. So we removed all those dyes so that there's less waste in our environment altogether. Yeah, so sustainability is a big part of our daily activities.
Well, it sounds like a well-rounded approach, so thank you for the detail on that. And Mike, I'm curious, are you expanding into the space industry, and where do you see that going?
So yes, so we actually recently in 2020 with the Mars Perseverance rover that launched and landed in 2021 on Mars, we were actually aboard that spacecraft with our sister company, Lubricants. They use their Nybar barrier film. So you get into outer space and you have obviously complete different type of environment, and lubricants want to migrate places with the atmosphere. So the barrier film was actually put on the camera mast to contain the lubricants within the rover to not allow it to come up the mast and obstruct the beautiful pictures that we got from the surface of Mars. So we see space as an area that is a very challenging environment, very corrosive, temperatures, things like that. And we're in conversations constantly with the folks going out there to provide solutions.
Great. Well, it sounds like it's an important topic as things continue to evolve in that arena. So thank you for that information. Well, Mike, we're already to the end of our show. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would just say that, reach out to us if you're facing challenges. Reach out to us. Let us know what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Let us partner with you. Help you to achieve the goals that you want. Very hands-on, available here in the Pacific Northwest and around the country. We have sales engineers such as myself in all the different states and whatnot. Reach out to FUCHS and allow us to help you be a company that's more sustainable, more profitable, and get your product out there into the aerospace manufacturing.
Mike, thanks for attending today's show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
If you're interested in learning more about Mike's business, visit fuchs.com. Thank you again to our sponsor, Humbay. Until next time, keep engaging with the aerospace manufacturing news you need to know in the Northwest with Northwest Aerospace News Magazine. Goodbye.